Thank you for reminding me. This is not my this is not my strongest suit. So thank you very much. So as the water in an ionizer passes through the filter, and then it goes into a chamber that has it has some plates that are made out of titanium and coated with platinum that conduct electricity through the water. And when water and electricity come together, something really interesting happens. Well, it doesn't want to move forward here. Antioxidants are created. And there's two kinds of antioxidants that are created depending on, so first what happens is that as the water splits, we get some hydrogen gas. Now, H2, if any of you are have been doing some internet research or whatever, you've probably noticed that there's a lot of new information out about how hydrogen is a very powerful antioxidant. It works to quench some really terrible free radicals that are at the basis of a lot of those health issues that I mentioned or that we saw on that chart. But in an ionizer, not only does it create hydrogen gas, but it goes one step further. When that hydrogen gas comes in contact with that platinum plate, it freely gives up its electrons just like it does in a hydrogen fuel cell. But instead of making electricity like it does with a hydrogen fuel cell, we get free electrons that are put into our water. And those free electrons are the absolute perfect antioxidant that can stop any free radical and reverse free radical damage on any cell anywhere in the body. And that is why I told you that your DNA is not your destiny. And neither is anything that's plaguing you health-wise right this very minute. Because these free electrons can actually begin to stop and reverse the damage that's happened to the cells all the way down to the DNA. Oh, wait, so I want to stay right here for a second. So one of the things, this is one of the reasons that I'm asking you to do a 90-day challenge. You remember that slide that I showed you earlier with Robert? That was 7 days. Imagine what can happen to you in 90 days. It's not going to be as fast. You're not going to get 1 year younger for every day you drink the water for 90 days. Otherwise, you'd go back to pre-fetus stage, right? Because I don't think anybody's over 90 right now in your crowd. So we do want, but what does happen after initial couple of weeks is that it does begin to slow down a bit in terms of biological age, but that biological age is connected directly to the amount of oxidation that's going on in your body. That's what gives that calculation. So in order for us to get biologically younger on an organ basis, on an entire health basis, we need to reduce the amount of oxidation in our body, which allows us to become properly hydrated, which allows us to decrease the amount of inflammation. Now, somebody mentioned osteoarthritis. That is clearly an inflammatory response. Psoriasis is a clearly inflammatory response on the skin. Cancer is clearly an oxidation, dehydration, inflammation cycle that's going on repeat onto the highest levels. So this is excessively important for you to understand that we have got to stop that cycle of oxidation. And the most effective way I have ever seen to stop oxidation is with these little crazy free electrons and hydrogen gas. When we employ that, we change everything about our picture of health. So that's why I'm challenging you to this 90-day ionized water challenge. Follow that drinking water protocol to a T as often as you can. I know that life circumstances will sometimes prevent you from following every single step as many times a day as would be ideal, but you've got to follow it as closely as possible, at least 2 times a day. 3 is, of course, better. But anyway, this is the challenge for you, to change the picture of your health in 90 days. You will see a marked difference.